Tua as he attempts to overcome that horrible injury. And he is obviously a player that we have such high expectations and hopes for. It premieres Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on Fox. And Shannon, this is your guy.
Yeah.
So were you involved in this? I mean, what do you make of this? How excited are you?
I might have been involved a little bit. I might have had a sit down and did a little speaking part about old Tua.
Really?
Because I believe he's going to be special. I mean, you watch the way the ball comes out of his hands so easily, so effortless. He changed the way we look at Alabama because before he got there, they were a running power football team. And once he got there, they turned into a team that threw the football all over the field. And that's why he was in he finished second one year, was in Heisman contention again until he got injured. So he was special. I believe he's going to be special, and you're going to be shocked.
So I would like to see him start week 1. Don't they play the Dolphins? I mean, the Patriots, right?
Dan Marino didn't start week 1.
Well, this guy's better than Dan Marino, you told me.
There you see. Ain't nobody say that, Skip. See, why you just can't just let well enough be? I didn't mention nothing about he was gonna be better than Danny.
Well, I can't wait.
Okay, neither can I.
I agree.
I got my little care package too.
We're already debating Tua. All right, I cannot wait to see this 4 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Ooh, gives me chills. We're getting so close to the season. Pro Football Focus is high on Tom Brady at the age of 43, saying that he is still, quote, a very, very good QB, and that he was the victim of a bad receiving core. They also say that the Bucs are a lock to make the playoffs. Tampa also signed running back Leonard Fournette to bolster that backfield this week, and the Saints, meanwhile, are countering by reportedly, quote, sending an all-out blitz for free agent Davian Clowney. So Shannon, does adding Fournette make the Bucs the NFC South favorite?
No, Jadavian. Can you imagine Jadavian and Cam Jordan? I ain't gonna look good, Skip. I don't know. I mean, they played. If Jadavian Clowney played week 1, I don't know how week 2 gonna look for y'all. I'm not gonna say your quarterback gonna be there.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Are you predicting that?
Yeah. Hey, they coming. Jadavian Clowney, he got something to prove because he want that big payday. Everybody say, nah, you not worth this. You not worth that. So I believe the Saints can get a very motivated young man. Cam Jordan has already said, I'm tired of y'all hyping and doing all this talking, bumping over there about what he gonna do. All I know is this. The Patriots receiver said, y'all keep on talking about us. But the guy really couldn't throw the ball past 15 yards.
Really?
So, yeah. So with that being said, no, they're not the favorite. The Saints are the favorites. The Saints will win the division. The Saints will go far in the playoffs. And you'll be lucky. The only reason I'm going to say you might make the playoffs is because they got an extra playoff spot. An extra playoff spot.
Yeah, just to CYA, as they call it. Is that what you're doing?
Nope.
Yep. So, Pro Football Focus, even before the Buccaneers signed Leonard Fournette, had this ranking and analysis of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What did they say?
Number 1, Tom Brady is still a very, very good quarterback.
No, I need to hear great.
And as I attributed all this past offseason, the reason for his quote-unquote decline last year was he had nobody to throw to.
But he did decline. Are you willing to say concede that?
Well, statistically, he did.
Okay.
But all he did was do the most with the least he ever had to work with because he had him positioned to be the 2 seed in the AFC until Belichick's defense spit the bit and allowed the current Dolphins starting quarterback, isn't it still Fitzmagic, right?
Yep.
That's what you tell me?
Yep.
Fitzmagic to go 80 yards in 13 plays? Really? For a touchdown to win the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1 point they make is Tom Brady was done in by his receiving core because the receiving unit actually posted the worst receiving grade by a Patriots group since Pro Football Focus was founded in 2006. Number 2, the receiving unit might be the best in Tampa Bay that Brady has ever had in his career. Well, I think we could agree with that because they ranked Chris Godwin off last year, the number 1 receiver in all of pro football. That's what he performed to that ranking last year.
Stop saying this, Skip Bayless. Now, you know he's not better than Mike Thomas, Julio, or D-Hop, so just stop.
By their standards, by their methodology, he was the most productive receiver in football last year, and he did make the Pro Bowl, as did Mike Evans, who Pro Football Focus calls a difference maker since he stepped on an NFL field.
Yes, I will concede that.
Pro Football Focus also loves little Scotty Miller.
No, you love Scotty Miller.
Amendola, Edelman all over again, and they're splitting him out wide because he can fly. Now, point number 3, the Buccaneers, says Pro Football Focus, have a top 10 defense. I've been trying to tell you Todd Bowles' unit is becoming special. It's going to be a difference-making unit. So the conclusion off this long piece is...
Your conclusion or their conclusion?
I'm with their conclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
While the Saints are in the conversation for having the best roster in the NFL, so are the Buccaneers. And when it comes to areas that matter the most, I would give the slight edge, the guy who's writing this analysis, I would give the slight edge to Tampa. It's coverage units, it's defense, it's receiving core, and they didn't even count Leonard Fournette. I'm picking the Buccaneers to win the South and win the NFC. And the man across from me is starting to sweat underneath his beautiful suit today because he knows what is coming. It's good. I like it.
You like that?
I'm impressed. Like I would wear that.
You wear it?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I think Baltimore, I think you can see Baltimore top to bottom is better than Tampa.
Top to bottom? I don't know that.
Kansas
On paper?
City. Kansas City.
I don't know that.
Saints.
Yeah.
What about your Cowboys?
Nope. Not.
I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk to you.
Well, just not. The defense is still a little suspect in Dallas.
You just told me yesterday.
I told you it's way better than it was, but it was horrible last year.
You were talking about D-Law and Alden Smith and Wolf Hunter's back, and he's healthy. That's what they're saying. They're saying he's healthy. Jalen Smith. And you were talking about Ha-Ha Clint Dix, and he laughed his way right up out of there.
Laughed his way right out of town.
But see, I tried to tell you.
That might have opened a slot for, dare I say, Earl Thomas. I keep campaigning any day now. Any day now, Jim?
Clarence Hill Jr., I read his article the other day, said he was no longer running with the first unit. I was like, that might be, if he ain't running with the first unit, they signed him via free agency, there's a good chance. If they sign you in free agency and you're not running with the first unit, there's a good chance you're going to be up to get traded or cut.
Okay.
So you were just talking about me. C.D. Lamb, C.D. Amari Gallup, and Amari is dealing with an injury. Look,
I'm not sure it's an injury. It might be what I call the blue flu, as in, wait, he's getting all the shine, so I'm not feeling that well.
Why you stop?
I'm not feeling that well.
Why you keep coming up with these conspiracy theories?
I just don't know. That's just my 2 cents from a distance. It feels like it because all of a sudden he has been usurped at the top of the depth chart by the rookie I told you is going to change life in Dallas.
Skip, they gave that man $60 million.
I see how you're changing the subject from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.